Alright guys, we're on Shurley Grammar Chapter 8, Part 2. We're adding possessive noun adjectives to the question and answer flow. In Part 1 we talked about what a possessive noun is. It names a person, place, or thing, and it shows ownership. Please excuse my son if you just heard that. Possessive nouns act like adjectives. They actually are adjectives, and they use an apostrophe S to show ownership. So we label them with a P and A. And then we classified 2 sentences in Part 1, and I'm going to try to be even neater this time. We're going to classify 2 more sentences with the question and answer flow. So let's first do our very first step, which is to read the sentence out loud. Ouch, Dawson's bike fell over and banged into my shin. Do you see any prepositions in this sentence? That is the very first thing we look for. Over looks like a preposition. Okay, so before we mark it, let's just check and make sure it's not an adverb. Over what? It fell over what? Did the bike fall over anything? It doesn't say. So instead of a preposition, since we don't have an object of a preposition, over an adjective. An adverb. Anytime a word that looks like a preposition doesn't have an object with it, it's always an adverb. Okay? Do you see any other prepositions in the sentence? How about into? Into what? Into shin, into my shin. So we know that's a preposition. Into what? Into my shin, object of a preposition. Whose shin? My. Does that look like a pronoun to you? I think it does too. My. So what do we label that? Possessive pronoun adjective, because it's a pronoun. It acts like an adjective, and it's possessive. It's showing whose shin it is. My shin. And boy, did that hurt. All right, so let's read the sentence without that prepositional phrase. Ouch, Dawson's bike fell over and banged. What fell over and banged? Dawson's bike. Bike is the subject noun. What is being said about bike? That's the next question. Bike fell. Did bike do anything else? Yes, it banged, right? It banged. So look, we've got 2 verbs. If you remember from an earlier chapter, when you have 2 verbs, that's called a compound verb. So we're going to put a C in front of these 2 verb labels. So we've got compound verb, compound verb. What do we label this and? That's a conjunction. Remember conjunction? We label it with a C. All right, we've labeled everything at the end of the sentence. So let's go back to the beginning. Whose bike fell over? Dawson's bike. Now, I was getting ready to label out adjective because it's describing the bike, but what can you tell me about this? What kind of adjective is it? It's a special kind of adjective. Yes, it's a possessive noun adjective because Dawson is a noun, but as soon as I put that apostrophe S on it, it became an adjective. Possessive noun adjective, P-N-A, Dawson's bike. I guess Dawson forgot to put his kickstand down or something. And then what is this ouch? You guys remember this from the last chapter? Ouch is an interjection, so we label that with an I. All right, let's label our sentence pattern. We are still in subject, noun, verb. Pattern 1, check. We're going to go to the end of the sentence. We see this. And our end mark flow is, I'll just jot it down here, exclamation point. We don't write this out usually. I'm just going to tell you this. But some people are still having trouble. Comma, strong feeling. Because I bet you when a bike falls and bangs into your shin, it gives you some strong feeling. And then it's exclamatory. Bless you. That was my son sneezing. Thank you. So we are going to label it with an E for exclamatory. Now let's go to the verb. Now we've got 2 verbs, banged and fell. So just go to the first verb. Draw your line to divide the complete subject from the complete predicate. Now we're going to underline the complete subject, which is the subject and everything that goes with it. You do not need to underline the interjection. I don't know why that disappeared. Okay. And we're going to underline the complete predicate, which is the verb or verbs and everything that goes with it. And now we're done. Good job. All right, let's do the last one. My mother and I will be shopping for Dad's Christmas present tonight. You see any prepositional phrases? All right, I see the word for. For what? For present. Good. So we know that's a preposition. Let's label it P. For what? Present. Not Christmas. It's present. We're not We're shopping for a Christmas present. So that's your object of a preposition. What kind of present? Christmas present. Adjective. Whose Christmas present? Dad's. Look, apostrophe S. What does that tell you? This is a possessive noun, adjective. Dad is a noun, but when you add that apostrophe S, it becomes an adjective, a possessive noun adjective. Okay. You see any more prepositions? I do not. Oops, I forgot to put parentheses around it. Oops, my goodness, what am I doing? That was not where it goes. Okay, after the object of the preposition. Good. All right, let's read the sentence without that prepositional phrase. My mother and I will be shopping tonight. Who will be shopping tonight? My mother and I. So mother is your subject noun. I, you know, is a pronoun, subject pronoun, and we've got two subjects now. So what do? They're compound, so we put a C in front of each one. Compound subject noun, compound subject pronoun. And what is this and? That's a conjunction. Sorry, that's a little confusing. That C goes with the and this CSP goes with this I. All right. Whose mother? My mother. Now, you know my is a possessive pronoun adjective because you've memorized those and you know that jingle. There are 7 possessive pronouns that are easy as can be. My and our, clap, 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 is and her, clap, clap, clap. It's and their and your. Okay, now let's see. What is being said about my mother and I? We will be shopping. Ooh, that's a long verb phrase. What is will? Helping verb. What is be? Helping verb. What is shopping? Main verb. And we've got one word left. Tonight. When will we be shopping? Tonight. And you know that an adverb answers the question how, when, and where and describes the verb. It's called an adverb. It's like you're adding something to the verb, adding more information. All right, let's go to the beginning. Subject, noun, verb, pattern 1. Check is our pattern. Let's go to the end. Let's do our end mark flow out loud. Exclamation point, strong feeling, exclamatory. Label it an X. Excuse me, an E. Goodness gracious. All right, let's find the verb. Go to the verb. Shopping, will be shopping. That's our whole verb phrase, right? Will be shopping. Draw your line in front of that to divide the complete subject from the complete predicate. Underline the complete subject once, which is the subject and all the words that go with it, and the complete predicate twice, which is the verb or verb phrase, and all the words that go with it. And I'm going to do one more thing if I can. I'm going to get my eraser and see if I can clean up my little mess here. And let me fix my little circle back. Oops. All right, there we go. Awesome. All right, guys. I hope you're getting the hang of that. You've got some practice pages in your workbook that you can do. And I am sure that you'll do a great job. All right, I'll see you in chapter 9. Bye. Actually, you'll hear me in chapter 9. I won't see you and you won't see me, but you know how it is. I'll see you later. Bye.